Well, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. It's me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean, and I'm about to guide you through today's Yin Yoga practice. We're going to do our practice from sitting in a chair. So find yourself a chair. I know that a lot of us have travel coming up or that we're going to be spending a lot more time in the office. So I wanted to show you that you can still create some balance and space and relax your mind and body, even from sitting in a chair. So whether you're on a plane, a train, or stuck in the car, as long as you're not the driver, here's a great practice that you can relax to. Presuming that while you are traveling, you're not really going to have a lot of props nearby, but perhaps you might have a nice big coat or sweatshirt. I'm going to keep my sweatshirt uh, near me so that we can use our sweatshirts. And if you have the opportunity to take your shoes off, then go ahead, take your shoes off and come to a nice, comfortable seated position. Whatever that means for you. So maybe your comfortable seated position is using your armrest and leaning back. Maybe you even have a place that you can relax your head, or maybe your comfortable seated position means that you can sit cross-legged wherever you are. Let's just find our comfortable seated position and get right into it and start to relax. Where can you find some stillness? And you might find that what you thought would be a comfortable seat really just isn't, or that your seat's really hard or in a weird position, or maybe there's people near you. So once you've found a way that you can just be still, whatever it looks like, can you also close your eyes? And if closing your eyes seems weird in whatever space that you're in, then just gently find one spot to focus them in front of you. Because if your eyes are moving, your mind is moving, and we're here to relax. We're going to spend one more full minute in silence and stillness starting right now. Beautiful stillness, beautiful silence. Stay right here. And I encourage you to set an intention for your practice today. Maybe you have a positive affirmation that you are reflecting upon to help you feel grounded and good, especially with the holidays coming up. Such wonderful affirmations as I am enough. Today is going to be an amazing day. My family loves me. There is no one better to be than myself, are all some really wonderful thoughts that you can have. Otherwise, perhaps you're just thinking, I'm so proud of myself for making this time today, or you're just tuning into your breath. All right, shake it out just a little bit. Shake off any spilkies that you might have, any stress, any tension. And if you want to make any adjustments to the way that you're seated, or if you can make adjustments, recognizing that we might be stuck on a plane, car, train, or at your desk, feel free to make those changes. Otherwise, grounding through your sit bones wherever you are, create a little length through the crown of your head. And on your next exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Look towards your chest, towards your belly button. Just take a big stretch towards the back of the neck. So while you're here, roll your shoulders down and back and draw your lower belly in. You can keep your back leaning against your seat, or feel free to be at the edge of your seat, just enjoying your stretch. Inhaling in through your nose, exhaling out through your nose or mouth. Start using your breath to scan your body and check in with how you feel today. Where are you holding any extra tension or stress? And all you need to do is notice. That is step number one. Notice on your inhale and on your exhale, can you let it go a little bit? Let go of expectations, of judgment, making your exhale longer than your inhale, bringing your heart rate down. Perhaps you can actually even release your stress and tension. One more big inhale with your chin to your chest. And on your exhale, roll an ear to your shoulder. I'm starting with right ear to the shoulder, just going to hang out there for a few breaths. You can let gravity do the work as is, or perhaps you inhale your right arm up towards the sky if your right ear is to your right shoulder, and your fingers can come gently atop of your head. Elbow starts to hang heavy towards the floor. If you have space next to you, you can even reach your left hand down towards the floor. So here's one of those opportunities where if you have an aisle seat or you like the person you're sitting next to, perhaps they won't mind if you gently share some space to increase your stretch. We have a few more breaths here. You can stay right here as is with your ear to your shoulder, or I invite you to change the stretch in your neck just a little bit, walking your fingers towards more of the base of your neck and skull. You can turn your chin towards your chest. Elbow can gently stretch towards the diagonal, a little front and to the side. And then instead of pressing down on your head, think towards your hand sliding up your head. So you're creating a little bit more length and just a different stretch. Last few breaths here. On your next exhale, allow your right hand to slide off of your head, perhaps back into your lap. Chin comes towards your chest, and let's roll ear to the opposite shoulder. Shoulders roll down away from your ears. Take a proud lift of your chest again. And if you're like me, I know I started to round forward a bit there. And you can keep your left ear coming towards your left shoulder, and that might be enough stretch. Or maybe your right hand fingers start to stretch down towards the floor away from you. We'll hang out here for a few more breaths before we add a little extra. Or before we add that twist, I should say. If you need a little extra, you can inhale your left arm up towards the sky. Left hand fingers come close by your ear. Shoulders relax from ears. Left elbow hangs heavy to the floor. I encourage you throughout today's practice to take what you need and also to take liberties. So if we create a stretch and it doesn't feel right for you, then do something else. And if you feel inspired to just switch it up and find some stillness in another stretch that is meaningful for you, then go for it. If you want that stretch towards the back of your neck, walk your fingers towards the back of your head, tuck your chin towards your chest, look outside of your hip, of your thigh, an elbow can start to stretch towards the front of the room, the corner of the room. One more big, deep inhale. On your exhale, allow that hand to slide off back to your lap or your armrest. Chin rolls to your chest, and on your inhale, look up. Bring your hands to your knees, whether your feet are on the floor or if you're cross-legged or half cross-legged. We're going to take a little cat-cow right here. So tucking your chin towards your chest, a little rounding through your back, and then pulling your chest forward. As much range of motion as you can find. So you might even want to shimmy yourself to the edge of your seat and get a little bit more. If you're traveling, you paid for that seat. So take up as much space as you feel comfortable doing. But also, we're really doing our best to not interrupt our neighbor and to work on improving ourselves, decreasing our stress level, increasing flexibility, reducing anxiety, increasing the flow of endorphins. Let's take one more minute in cat cow. Maybe you even give yourself some circles with your cat cows. If you try something in one direction, give yourself an opportunity to try something in another direction. And if you find any spots that are really sticky or tight and you need to give them a little extra breath or an extra hold, then go for it. Find what feels good for you right now. My mom always used to tell me, be yourself, have fun. You're never going to see these other people around you, which was an interesting thing to say of people who lived in a very somewhat small town where truly you could not escape the people around you. You definitely would see them again. But it is such a great thought to be you. Perhaps you will inspire someone else to also stretch. The next time your chest pulls forward, shoulders relax away from your ears, come back to your stillness. And if you can come to the edge of your seat, let's find it now. We're going to inhale, arms up overhead. Maybe they just go straight up so that we're not hitting anyone in the face. And on our exhale, we're going to take a spine twist. Let's start our twist to the left. So your right hand can come to either the outside of the left knee or even the inside of the right leg, and you can reach towards the back of your seat. Open your shoulders, open your chest. Eye gaze can stay forward as you begin. Roll your shoulders down and back and draw your low belly in. And if it doesn't seem too weird for you, you can turn, twist, look over your left shoulder. But it's also okay if you just keep your eye gaze forward and you find this big rotation through your shoulders. Find some stillness, relax. Let's do one more minute here. One more long, slow, deep inhale. Press down through your sit bones. Draw your low belly in. Stretch up through the crown of your head. And we're going to turn back to the front. You can bring your arms up overhead or you can keep them low. And on our next exhale, turn, twist, look in the opposite direction. Same options with your hands. Maybe your left hand comes to the inside of the left thigh. Maybe it comes to the outside of the right leg. Roll your shoulders down and back. Right hand comes to either your chair's arm or the base of the chair behind you. Find that rotation through your chest and shoulders. And then if you'd like, you can turn, twist your head, or you can keep your eye gaze gently forward. Just finding out one spot to relax your eyes or coming back to closing them. Continue to squeeze your shoulder blades together. We've got just over a minute to go here. Last breath here. Inhale, stretch up through the crown of your head, ground through your sit bones, draw your low belly in, and exhale, gently turn back towards the front. Let's inhale, arms up overhead. You can't see, but I'm grabbing hold of my left wrist with the right hand and taking a big reach over to the left. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Find the lift through your chest. Draw your low belly in, contracting the front side, protecting the back side. And we'll keep this stretch a little bit shorter, just 1 minute on each side. Keep working to relax your shoulders away from your ears. Pressing the soles of the feet down into the floor can also release and relieve some of the tension that you might be feeling. Feel free to close your eyes. That way, if people are staring at you, you can also ignore that. Wonderful. On your next inhale, lift yourself up. Separate your hands, relax them down for just a moment. Let's be those weirdos. Inhale them back up. This time, left hand grabs right wrist. Find that big stretch over to the opposite side. Relax your shoulders from your ears. We're just working to create some space, as much space as you can there. Still grounding through the sit bones, pressing down equally through the soles of your feet, your heels, the ball of your foot, under your big toe mound, under your pinky toe mound. And that gentle draw in of your lower belly keeps your back feeling good. We're going to really relax our backs after this with a gentle forward fold. Last few breaths here in your side body stretch. On your next inhale, lift yourself up. Separate your hands, and we're going to rain our fingers down and forward. You can even shift towards the back of your seat, a little bit more of your thighs on the floor. And you might even want your sweatshirt or your prop, because we're just going to roll down and forward, placing your belly on your thighs. So if things feel really far away and you do have a prop that you can place under your belly to support you, then go for it. We're separating through our shoulders now. My fingertips are reaching down towards the floor. If it feels uncomfortable to just have your fingers reach towards the floor, you can always grab hold of your opposite hands, maybe even wrapping your arms around your legs. With your exhales, allow your head to fall heavy. Take some big breaths into your backside ribs. And if you're on like a plane and there's a tray table in front of you, and it's easier for you to let that tray table down and just relax on the tray table, lucky you, you found a prop. And if you're sitting at home on the couch enjoying this, maybe there's a pillow you could grab. Hopefully, you're really starting to feel that expansion happening through your backside body and your ribs and your breath, especially as we've relaxed here for already over a minute. We have a few breaths left to go before we will roll ourselves up.
Great. As you're ready, you can always put your hands on your thighs to help you roll back up.
Ooh. Relax your shoulders from your ears. Let's just take a moment sitting in stillness again. Elbows are heavy by your side. Hands can be in your lap. Palms facing down will be a little bit more grounding with your space, with yourself. Palms facing up towards the ceiling is an opportunity to pull some energy towards you and soak in what's happening. Awesome. Shake it off, shake it out. You can put your prop to the side once again. Let's take a figure four stretch and open our hips. You might need to come to the edge of your seat. If you want your feet to be flat on the floor, it's okay if there's a little bit of floating though. We're doing our best with the space that we have. Let's cross right ankle over left thigh. And just let gravity do the work. Your hand can even apply a little bit of pressure, working to bring your two knees in one line. Shoulders away from your ears, both sit bones firmly pressed into whatever you're sitting on. Find one spot, relax your eyes or close them. Back to your breath. Take this opportunity to even take in all of the sounds around you while you breathe quietly and take in the moment. What is the furthest away sound that you can hear? Even if those sounds are a little distracting, can you work to find some relaxation within them? Gentle reminder that no matter how tense the situation is around us, we can always take the opportunity to practice how we react. And it's just practice. It's not perfect, it's real life. Can you take a moment though and take a breath before you react to the situations around you? And while we can't control the situations that are around us, we can work to control our reactions. And this practice today, not on our mats in a less traditional space, is a great reminder that you can always close your eyes and tune into your breath and take a moment for you wherever, whenever you need. Start a scan of your body from head to toe. Where can you relax and release a little bit more? I know I noticed some extra squeezing through this crossed leg glute and just working to relax it. To exhale, create space. To inhale, just continue to notice. Lucky us, we have another spine twist coming our way. We're going to deeply cross our legs as much as possible, as much as possible. Awesome. Left hand comes to the outside of the right leg. Right hand can come to your armrest or the back of your seat. And we're just going to stretch up through the crown of your head, shoulders away from your ears, low belly pulled in, and rotate through your chest and shoulder. Really find that rotation through your chest and shoulders. And then I bet you might even be able to turn, twist your head a little bit more. We'll spend 2 minutes here. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other, but also think towards the idea of pulling this right leg back to the right, left leg pulling back over to the left. to really feel more of a stretch, especially in this top lifted leg external hip. So many of our emotions and our stress gets stored in our hips. So, especially with the holidays coming, with the return to the office coming, with whatever else that might be on your plate, so proud of you for taking some time in your day to focus on yourself and your physical and mental health, to create some space in your body, mind, and soul to be ready for all of the opportunities that come our way. Gently bring your head back in line with your heart. Turn your chest back to the front. We're going to uncross our legs, but let's be daring and that guy. And bring your foot onto your chair. So we're going for a little half stump. You can pull your chin, oh my gosh, towards your shoulder, or you can even try and bring your elbow crook towards your knee. Let your foot on the floor. Do whatever feels good for it. Roll your shoulders down and back. Oop, oop. If you're anything like me, your foot might be sliding just a little bit, but that's okay. We're doing our best. We're bringing a smile to our face, still finding grounding through this lifted leg sit bone the best that you can. One more inhale, and on your exhale, just let it go. Release that foot down to the floor. Reground yourself in your seat as you need to. Might need to wiggle to the edge because we're going to get the other leg for our figure four stretch. So crossing your left ankle over the right, work to relax your left knee down to the floor. You can be on the edge of the seat, you can be leaning back, or just working on opening that left side hip. We got 2 minutes to go right here. Create your stillness, find your breath. If you set an intention for today's practice, it's a wonderful time to return to it. Get ready for our cross leg spine twist. So when you can, cross your left leg more deeply over the right. Right hand can come to the outside of the left thigh. Left hand can, oh no, left hand can come close to the base of your spine. I'm so sorry, that just got so loud. Me using a timer. Okay, so we're finding that nice deep cross, and then you're creating your twist, shoulders relaxed away from your ears. Find what feels good. Once you've rotated through your chest and shoulders, see if you can even turn, twist your head a little bit more. When you finish this practice, it's quite likely that someone might ask you, what were you just doing? How come you were holding those stretches for so long?
And the reason that we hold these stretches for at least 2 minutes in yin is to give our body the opportunity to overcome that flight or fight reaction. So typically when we get into a big stretch, our body's like, whoa, 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 and everything tightens and tenses up, which is a good thing. It's for safety. But the longer that you hold, and especially as you breathe, your body creates a little extra space, and that's where flexibility really starts to happen. So make sure you're still breathing. No stretch so deep that your breath is limited. We have a couple more here. One more deep inhale, stretch up through the crown of your head. Bring your head back in line with your heart. Twist your shoulders back towards the front. Uncross your legs and let's bring the left leg up for our other half stump. Shin pulling towards your chest. If you don't want to put your foot on your chair, you can just let that leg float and really just pull your knee in towards your chest. Wherever you are today, we're keeping this one a little bit shorter so that nobody judges us. We have 1 minute. But you know what? Even if they do judge us, reminder that you're never going to see these people again, even if they're your family. You definitely will see them again. You'll be a whole new person when this class ends, and you're going to feel your best, and it won't even matter. Well, one more deep inhale, and on your exhale, let go. Both feet down to the floor, coming back into our stillness for just a moment, whether you're at the edge of your seat or the back of your chair. Stretch up through the crown of your head, gentle engagement of your low belly so your back is feeling good. Continue to breathe. Scan your body from head to toe. Slide your hands down to your knees. Let's enjoy some cat cow again right here. So tucking your chin towards your chest, maybe holding for a bit in your rounding in your cat, and then gently pulling yourself all the way forward and through, taking that cow again. Just over a minute to go with this cat cow for our last time today. Finishing out whichever direction of cat cow you're currently enjoying. We're going to come to the edge of our seat, shoulders relax away from your ears. Once again, options across your right leg over the left leg. And let's take a little cow face pose. Inhaling your arms up overhead. We'll actually only need to inhale one arm up overhead. And I'm going to inhale the opposite arm of the leg that I have crossed. And from there, bending the elbow, the palm of my left hand comes towards the back of my head and a little pressure of the back of my head on the forearm. And then the back of the right hand can come to your low back, or you can try and slide it up your back. Maybe your fingers touch and your hands touch each other for a little cow face arms. And if it's feeling uncomfortable in the low body, then simply relax both feet down towards the floor and just enjoy this extra stretch into our upper body and backs. We have 1 minute to go here, still applying pressure on the back of your head into your forearm. Eventually, in the future, elbows will be stacked directly on top of each other. Slow breath. Let's take the same stretch to the opposite side. So left arm extends up and then reaches down. Right arm reaches back up towards the sky. Bend at the elbow. Back of your hand comes towards the top of your upper back. Palm touching on your back like you're patting yourself. So proud that you showed up. And then left hand, back of your left hand comes towards your low back. You can stay right here, stretching your elbows in opposite directions, or you can walk, wiggle your left hand fingers up your back. And eventually in the future, your fingers will touch each other. One side's probably a little bit more open than the other. We've got just about 1 minute to go here. So enjoy your breath. Enjoy your stillness and take in this deep stretch into your shoulders. Maybe you even feel it a bit in your chest and your pecs. Great. Relax, release your left hand down to the floor. Release your right arm down to the floor. Can you have your hands hang off in front of your seat even? Roll your shoulders down and back. Stretch your fingers down towards the floor. Stretch up through the crown of your head. We're decompressing our shoulders with our go-go gadget arms reaching down towards the floor and our upper back shoulder blades gently squeezing towards each other. Make sure you're not overarching your back here too. So a little tuck of your pelvis. So you're stacking your head over your heart, over your hips. We got 1 minute to go. Stretch your fingers down one more time and then release. All right. We're going to come into our final Sukhasana, most likely a comfortable seated position instead of Savasana, because if we're traveling, you can't quite lie down. However, if your seat reclines or you are watching this from home and you do have an opportunity to lay down, then go for it. Otherwise, come back into a comfortable seated position for you. Maybe you have the opposite leg on top. From last time, if you're also sitting cross-legged as I am. And if you're not, that's totally okay. You're just finding a final position, some last of the stillness together to tune into your breath and into the moment. Inhale, and once again, scan your body. Notice how and where you're feeling stress, pleasure, relaxed. Do things feel a little different here after 40 minutes of breathing than they did when we got started? I sure hope that the answer is yes. No matter how much longer you might be stuck in your chair, whether at work, traveling, or with your family, remember, you can continue to close your eyes and tune into your breath and take just a moment for yourself anywhere. Great work, everyone. You're welcome to continue sitting here in your final Sukhasana or Savasana for a little or a lot longer. If you're ready to close out today's practice, maybe you gently open your eyes, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and then inhale your arms up overhead. Bring your hands palms together and then bring your hands down to heart center in Namaskar and Anjali Mudra. Thumbs touching on your chest sternum and chin tucked down to your chest. Take a moment right here as you bow your head to honor yourself, to thank you for making this time in your day, in your week, in your month, in your year for practice. You make a commitment to yourself right now to be good to you in 2024. And I hope that we can make that happen together. Thank you so much for coming and tuning in and sharing your energy, not just with me, but putting your positive energy out there for others as we take time and show the world that it's worth it. We're worthy. There's no one better to be than ourselves, and the power of taking a moment for ourselves, we show others that it is of value and of worth for them to also take time and focus on themselves. So please continue to do so until we are together again, and think good thoughts, speak good words, Eat good foods, do good deeds, and find a way every day to nourish yourself from the inside out. If it feels right, you can bring your thumb up to your third eye, your drishti, your focus, and lift your heart, knowing that the light within me honors, sees, and is so thankful for the light within you. So thank you so much for coming and shining. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, week, month, year, and I look forward to seeing you again in 2024. Namaste.